Safety car, safety car, safety car. Slow down, single file guys, single file, safety car, safety car.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome again to another podium broadcast. This is round 10 of the AMF GT Dev Series, and we're at road course of Daytona International Speedway for a 90-minute enduro race. It says one mandatory pit stop. Someone messed up the overlays. It should be two. We have GT3 and GTA mixed class as usual, and yeah, it's going to be a good race today. 90 minutes. And got to give a massive shout out to our sponsor for coming on board for the AMF GT Dev Series this season is Century Batteries in Lismore. Without you, this wouldn't have happened. If you're on the East Coast, by all means, get in touch with these guys if you want some batteries for anything from a watch to a boat to a caravan to a car. Anything that you need a battery for, by all means, hit these guys up. I am Steve Kirk, and joining me in the commentary booth is Mitch Wiley. Mitch, how you going, buddy?
Going good, mate. Pretty keen for this one. The Enduros are always something to keep an eye out for, especially with two mandatory pit stops. So, yeah, looking forward to this one.
Yeah, as the clock runs out to zeros, We're at Daytona, and it's going to be an interesting bit of a race because we have a full field again tonight. Massive, massive field. Let's see how many cars we got now. 51. Nope. Take out a few. We're about at 47 at racing. So it's going to be interesting to say the grid tonight.
Yeah, good luck with that one.
Yeah, I know. All right, talking about the grid, let's get onto it. P1, Steve Lattimore. Craig Edwards out of P2. Oh, he's got him. P3 is Chris Whitaker, Philip Morton in 4th, Chris Palat in 5th, Justin Wallace in 6th, Darren Huxham in 7th, Tyler Blackburn in 8th, Scott Chambers in 9th, Pat Gullo rounds out the top 10 for Redback Racing. Let's go over the page. Into 11th is William Mitchell, Kenneth Lader in 12th, Rob Harris in 13th, Dave Mulqueen in 14th, Gary Cousins in 15th, Wayne Taylor 16th, Claire Mason 17th, Stephen Bartholomew 18th, Hayden Benefield in 19th, Dave Clements in 20th. Over the page to Paul Wood in 21st. 22nd is Brenton Hawkins, Jeremy Clark in 23rd, Matt Muggleton in 24th, Chris Barnes in 25th, Jason Cozzi in 26th, David Miller in 27th, Wayne Hewitt in 28th, Jet Bennett in 29th, and Ryan Colstead is in race control, so he won't be taking the grid. Let's go to the GT3 grid real quick. It's Nathan Anderson up front, Simon Ladder out of P2, Benjamin Faulkner out of P3, Scott Gamble out of P4, Grant Matterford out of 5th, Martin Casey out of 6th, Andrew Lang out of 7th, BJ Kennedy out of 8th, Will Chen out of 9th. Mark Dial rounds out the top 10 for the GT3 class. Over the page to Brendan Young in 11th, Chris Uding in 12th, Roy Clark in 13th, Daniel Page in 14th, Alexander Newton in 15th, Nathan Nightingale in 16th, Bradley Saunders in 17th, Craig Gurry in 18th, and Kester Mack is in race control. That was a mouthful and a half.
Oh. You did well.
Oh, mate. That was absolute. Yeah. We've done it a few times with a 50 odd cars. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see what's going to happen tonight. Having this many cars on, rather than having 2 splits, we thought, hey, Ryan, just chuck them all in one and go for gold, eh? So
Why not?
while they're pacing around, let's see the weather. 44 track as they're off and underway. Let's go on to a closer view of Steve Lattimore putting his pedal to the metal and getting away over the other guys. Hopefully everything goes nice into the first turn for the night, as they all going a little bit too wide, but they are going back into single file. Hopefully no one takes anyone out in the first corner, and race control will have their hands full if they do that. Wow. Tyler Blackburn's in the pits already. What's up with that one?
Oh, I was literally just about to say that. There was a race on Oscar in the pits. I wasn't sure who it was.
Oh, there's that Craig Edwards just touching the grass there. Alright, let's jump back into the GT3 start. They got away nice and neat. A little bit of pushing and shoving at the back of the pack here, but they're single file, nice and easy. Don't want to take anyone out, especially in a 90-minute endurance race. The starts of these are pretty good, but it's saying on the time sheet Bradley Saunders is not taking the field. So there's something there, and Nathan Anderson's already got P1 straight out. Alright, so let's see the fallout.
Matt Muggleton has been removed.
Yeah.
As well, so yeah. That's another one.
Tyler Blackburn has already been in the pits, so he's back out on track. As we look at Steve Lattimore's leading the GTE class.
That's why Bradley Sanders has not made the start. He has obviously got connection issues.
As the timing sheets are just fixing themselves with all the cars that are not joining the grid. Justin Walsh's Porsche not looking a little bit too happy out the rear end of that corner there, but Chris Palat in front is keeping on the back of Philip Morton in the early stages of this race. If we can get the position and get a nice clean run. Chris Barnes is dropping down the order there. Wonder what's going on there.
He's just been passed by David Miller, so I don't know what's going on there.
Oh, they're doing alright. And then there's Jet Bennett in the pits as well. What's going on with that one?
Yes,
He's
and Brenton
towed.
Hawkins.
Yeah.
Hayden Benefield as well.
He's towed as well. So that's
So
interesting
this,
to see.
we've missed something.
Oh, well, definitely if there's something big enough, I think Ryan would be jumping in here.
Yeah, especially for an enduro.
Especially, as you see, oh, Chris Whitaker just going around the outside of Craig Edwards, but Craig Edwards will have the inside line into... Oh, that's alright. He got away with it.
Oh, William Mitchell has just spun, if I can get back there, Scott Chambers. Bit of contact into turn 1.
Alright, let's see if we can quickly get a replay of that. Ah, looks like he did it all himself.
Oh, and another big incident in turn 1. Chris Mason, Chris Barnes, Claire Mason. There's just been a big pile up.
Alright, let's see if we
Andrew
can-
Lang from the GT3s. There's about 3 or 4 cars involved in that. That is definitely not what you need for a 90-minute enduro.
Yeah, not at lap 3.
Nah.
Definitely not in lap 3.
Nah.
Nathan Anderson is leading the GT3 class at the moment. Andrew Lang obviously is towed to the pits, and he's very not nice looking car. Darren Huxham right on the back of Justin Wallace at the moment, and he's closing on the back of Chris Platt. Philip Morton is not too far away. Look at the moves that's going on here as it's internet sketching.
Tyler Blackburn's moved back up into 19th place after starting from the pits.
As we got that lovely blinking again all over the field. Gotta love iRacing.
We've had another incident. Who's that? Who is it?
William
That
Mitchell's
is
dropping as well.
William Mitchell and Pat Gallo.
Yeah, again.
Again.
That's a bit interesting to see.
Stephen Lattimore's just dropping on my timesheets too. He's dropped down into 5th now. With our new leader being Craig Edwards.
Car number 368, you have a 20-second stop hold for an unsafe rejoin of the track after a spin on turn 1, causing a collision. I repeat, car 368, you have a 20-second stop and hold.
That's Hayden Benefield.
Yeah.
He just went back out on the track as well. Alright, let's see if I can just fix this a little bit. I'll be back in a sec.
Oh, we've got Martin Casey in the wall coming onto the oval. Big crash there. He's got no front end on that car whatsoever. What's he done? He's just come out of the coming onto the oval, got loose, and just thrown it in the wall, and he took out a couple of cars with him. So, cars flying everywhere at the moment around this track.
Yeah, it's a bit full on for straight away, isn't it?
It is, as Hayden Benefield's coming in now after he just come out. come back in to serve his 20-second stop and hold.
Alright, let's look back on track. Craig Edwards is taken out. He's on P1 at the moment. Chris Whitaker is not too far behind, followed by Philip Morton with Steve Lattimore as well.
Car
That's a bit weird.
713, you have a 30-second stop hold for causing collision on the straightaway. I repeat, car 713, you have a 30-second stop and hold.
That's
That's
Justin Wallace. What's happened there? That's not what you want when you're fighting for the championship.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
But it is a 90-minute race, so anything could happen. As they're only 10 minutes into it.